Oh my god. This one is going to be a doozy. I look absolutely insane. When I cry, it's almost like an allergic reaction look. Like my eyes get so puffy. It doesn't even make sense. Like it's not. It looks like I'm like in anaphylactic shock. I don't even know if that's the right term. But you know what? The last few months have been really hard. And I think I've finally gotten to the point where I have to like really acknowledge like how hard things have been. Oh my god. Content warning, trigger warning. I'm gonna be crying on camera again. I hate when I cry on camera. But like the whole point of me making this channel was so that I could tell my story and I could have a space to be honest about my story and my feelings and my internal world without feeling like I have to perform or make other people comfortable or hide or shrink or pretend I'm okay. And I feel like that's a little bit what I've been doing, and so I'm making this video as I do every few months to counter the shame that has come with my experiences, because I have been seeing the things that have been happening to me, like kind of like how I've been feeling, I guess, and circumstances that are out of my control as personal failures. And it's just been hard. And I'm doing my best. Like, I wanted to make a video to talk about this, and I was gonna edit it, and I'm just coming on. I'm like, the lighting is trash, like no makeup, like no performing, like I'm just gonna talk. Because the way I have been able to acknowledge the reality of my feelings and my circumstances and the situation and my pain is by coming and venting online to strangers. Because I have a lot of shame around my feelings, and that's what helps me heal it. It's just by like admitting it. Every video like this often feels like a confession, because it's been so isolating feeling like even my closest friends don't know what I'm going through. And I haven't said to myself the fullness of what I'm going through. I don't think I'll ever be able to put into words the layers of intensity that I've been through in my life. But we're talking about the cycle I've been in these last few months. But I'm going to try. I'm going to try and tell somebody. And that somebody is going to be you watching this video, my subscribers. Because I feel like y'all see my channel has seen the realest of me, the most of me. And so it's where I feel the most comfortable just talking about these things, because it's like, I don't have to see you guys' reaction, right? But when I am talking to somebody else or talking to my friends, it's like I have to deal with their reaction, the way their energy shifts, or like it just makes it real, like their pity or their whatever. And I can't. I can't. And so basically, I'm trying to share as much as I feel comfortable sharing without oversharing. So content warning, like mental health and traumatic stuff. But the last few months have just been really hard. it all started kind of in like September, early September. I went to Bali for a month, and I flew there with like not that much money. I spent most of my savings on travel because I just didn't want to get caught in the loop of, I see so many people my age being like, oh, I'm just going to keep working and save and then I'll travel. And then they get caught in that loop for a year and then another year. And I'm like, I'm not going to spend my 20s working a job that I hate. Like, I'm going to travel now. So I did it. Anyways, the month was amazing, but it was intense. Solo travel is intense, especially for me as a neurodivergent. And I dealt with so much there, but I ended up getting sick and having to spend a lot of my budget early on. And when I got sick, I had to take antibiotics that had side effects that I've been dealing with for months, still dealing with. And so there was that. I was dealing with the budget thing, but I have like my Etsy shop, my digital products, so I figured it out, but it did dysregulate my nervous system. And I've kind of been dealing with that like ever since, like trying to bring my business, my entrepreneurship to the next level, right? Since then. But then the day that I get home, my cat dies. I come home and my cat is dead. So I left. I didn't get to see her for a whole month, and I come home and I didn't get to see her alive. And I've had her for 10 years. And I got this little tattoo. You can barely see it, but I got that in Bali because my family called me saying she was acting weird, and I just knew. I was like, this is not good. So it's like a 2-day travel flight, 2 days of travel to get back from Bali to California. And that whole time, I'm like, not okay. I'm like, can my cat please just make it? So by the time I get home, just torturous, like on the plane, like can't sleep, uncomfortable in economy, on like a 12-hour flight, and she didn't make it. And then I get home, I'm still like dealing with health issues from the medication, and I keep having to spend all this money at the doctor, so I never really fully recovered financially because something kept coming up, right? And then what else happened? My cat died, and then Halloween comes. I'm too sad to do anything for Halloween, and 2 of the friends that I wanted to go out with were busy, and so I just felt like a freaking loner loser, and nobody wants to hang out with me, and nobody cares about me, and I'm not telling anybody about what's going on. Things just keep piling up and piling up. And mind you, I'm coming back from Bali. That feels like paradise. I can finally breathe, I can rest, and I'm in a living situation. Like I have my own space back in Bali, to coming back to living with my family, and it's just a triggering situation. Long story short, the house is messy. My mom smokes cigarettes. Everything smells like cigarettes. Everybody has a substance abuse issue but me. And every time I leave my room, I'm getting triggered. And then I find out when I get home, my cousin is moving into the room next to mine with a 2-year-old. And then, like a few weeks ago, like early November, my dad gets into a car accident and breaks 5 ribs. And so that's not even everything. I don't even know. I can't even remember all the things that have happened. So that just hit after hit after hit. And the whole time after every hit, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna focus on what has brought me joy is my YouTube channel and being able to help other creatives. That's what has been keeping me going. So I'll keep posting, I'll keep refining my offer, my strategy, and just focusing on what I'm passionate about. And focusing on, my routines and whatnot. And I just have been trying to do everything to like make this like big like breakthrough, make a change so that I can like change my situation. But I have realized I've focused so much on like trying to escape, trying to cope with my like creative business that like, hey, like what I've been through is actually not cool. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna cry in this video. It's actually not cool. So I didn't want to come on my channel and just, pretend everything was okay. And I kept trying to make videos about it, find ways to address what has been going on, because I feel like I really haven't told anyone like the true weight of what's been happening. And so now it feels like a confession, like I can finally get off my chest that I am not okay. And I kept having these points where it was like this hit would come and it would bring me to this really low place, and my mind would get so dark, and I would just have to isolate and lay down and just not talk to anybody for a few days. And then it kept going and it kept coming back, and then a few days turns into a few weeks, and then I bounce back, and I'm still working in these lows, right, for my laptop, which I'm grateful that I can do. But then I'm realizing, like, I'm waiting on this big breakthrough. I'm waiting on all these things outside of me to feel better, and I can't afford to do that anymore, because every time this low comes, the lows are getting more and more frequent and more intense as things continue to pile up. And I'm just like, I don't know how many of these lows I'm going to get through. And so it got through to this point today where I haven't been in therapy since I was in school, because my school insurance, Jesus, I look insane. I'm going to ignore that. That's not the point of the video. Good God, it's actually like bothering me. Hold on. Okay, whatever, bro. What was I saying? Oh, I haven't been in therapy for like a year and a half since I graduated, or like a year, because I used to do therapy through school, and then I just hadn't figured out, like, with my insurance and whatnot, how to do it. But I finally figured it out today, because it was like, I've been trying to just figure out everything alone. When something bad would happen, I never reach out to friends. I don't really tell my family unless it gets really, really bad. I just shut down and I buckle down, and I'm like, I strategize. I'm like, how am I going to get out of this? What mindset shift is going to make me feel better? And I'm like, I'm at the point where I'm like, okay, I just have to feel. Like, I realize I very much intellectualize my feelings. I might even be doing it now in this video. But y'all might see, like, on my channel, I'm like, what mindset shift can I think of? Like, I can always think of the silver lining, always can think of a plan, a way to shift, but I actually just have to sit with what I have been through and acknowledge that it has been too much for one person, and that is unfair. And that's hard for me. And I think I've been finding ways to not do that and to avoid it, because it's not something that I should have to white knuckle and like figure out alone, right? And so I just wanted to make this video, and I'll probably make more, just documenting my journey of getting back to being okay. And I think the first step in that is just acknowledging the weight of the situation and the reality of the fact that I'm not. Because I thought I was cool. I thought I had this magic power to like bounce back and, get back into my work and turn it into art, into content. But that doesn't mean I'm okay. Like, I don't have to be okay, And I'm realizing I'm not alone. Like, I have you guys. Like, I can talk to people, but it's just hard for me because, I don't know. I don't want to burden anyone. So that's why I am now in ongoing therapy as of this week. So I'll begin to like work through some of these things. And I'll also come on here like this, unedited, just acknowledge what's going on, be real, just chit chat. It's like you guys are like laying with me in bed. And that'll make it easier, because it's like I don't have to do the lighting or the editing. I can just sit here and talk. Like, I have free will. Like, it's my YouTube channel. But yeah, it's been hard and really isolating, and I keep trying to just, something happens and I retreat to my room for like days, weeks, and I'm like, that's not normal to just have a low like that where I'm just laying down and I don't want to go outside and I don't want to text anybody back, and I'm just like, how one thing can bring me to that point, and I keep returning to that point. I finally had that realization today that this is not normal. And it's just like, it's hard. I'm going through a hard time. And I've been avoiding people, avoiding doing things because I'm avoiding being triggered. Like, I've taken so many hits, like, I just feel like I can't catch a break. Like, I just need a win. I desperately need a win. Because at this rate, like, if things just keep going like this, if I keep taking hits, like, I don't know what the next low is going to look like, for lack of better words. Like, I'm not trying to be dark, like, I'm just being honest. And I feel bad because I come on here and I'm like, I'm telling people all this I'm pouring all this positivity and this light into other people, but sometimes I'm dealing with all this darkness and this weight in reality. So this is my confession. And this is part 1 of me confessing my feelings and being real and working towards being okay again. And I feel bad because I had a real breakthrough with my mental health where I felt like, for a long time, I felt like my mind was my own enemy. My own thoughts were my worst enemy. And I got past that and I got okay. But now I'm back to this feeling. And it's not like my own thoughts are my own enemy anymore. It's like actual external things beyond my control that are like affecting me. And don't y'all come in my comments talking about I'm strong. You're so strong. No, we are not. I'm not strong black woman. I am soft, feminine black woman who has real feelings and cannot carry everything and has limits. Yeah, I don't really know. I just know that it is a lot. And I had one of these lows today that was really scary. And I'm carrying a lot. And I like had to go to the dentist today. I'm dealing with like some dental stuff that always brings up stuff about like shame and like hygiene, because I dealt with like poverty and like neglect as a kid. So I'm like dealing with this dental stuff as an adult, and it just was really triggering. And it all just kind of rolled downhill from there. So yeah, I just wanted to be real. Like, I just wanted to be real. And this is hard. This is a hard post. Like, sharing this is so scary. I'm not fully sure why, but it's like, if I post like this, I'm like, who's going to want to learn from you? Who's going to want to buy from you? Like, when it's all BS, it's like the right people. Like, I just can't pretend anymore. Like, I keep going around life and I keep smiling and pushing through and doing all the motions, like, doing my yoga, like doing my routines, hanging out with people to feel better. But like, I'm doing everything but really just feeling, like really acknowledging the situation. And it's a lot, and I'm angry that I keep having to navigate more challenges at the age of 23 than people twice my age have had to navigate. I'm mad, I'm angry, and I keep fighting for like my baseline not to be this, for my baseline to be like joy and the ease that I experienced in Bali, and the happiness and the romance and the relaxation that I know is possible. But it feels like a distant dream, like something I experience once a year. And I'm angry and I'm sad and I'm hurt. And so this is just one of my steps. I guess I got free will. It's my channel. So yeah, this is my video. I don't really know what else to say. But yeah, just if you watch this and you're one of my supporters, thank you for being here. Like, I really appreciate the support and like that people believe in me, and that my voice can make an impact on anyone feeling the same. And this channel has been a real anchor for me, and I feel like the one place that I created for myself where I don't have to perform, where I can be real, where I can tell my story, is here. And so here I am. And yeah, I'm just going to keep making these videos as I continue to work towards being okay again.